Hi, I'm Greg Pelican. I'm the marketing manager for Trek Bikes in Florida. You've probably heard about the Peloton bike. Peloton's been doing a great job getting these spin bikes into people's houses, and we certainly applaud that because the more fit you are, the more people on bikes, it's all good. That's what we're all about. That's what we've been doing here at Trek. That's our mission. But what I want to tell you about over the next couple of minutes is that you can get a real bike and a smart trainer and have more features and benefits for the same amount of money as buying a Peloton bike. And so I'm going to do a cost analysis and systems analysis. We call this little presentation Drop the Peloton. So first thing I want to do is just compare how these systems work. So first of all, the spin bike of the Peloton is really no different than the spin bike in your local spin club. I mean, if you've been on a spin bike, you know you turn and change the resistance by turning this little knob here. Turn it to the right, it gets harder. Turn it to the left, it gets easier. Okay? So the only difference with the Peloton is that it has a screen and a display, and that display connects you with some of their instructors via the internet, and they're running classes, all right? So you can see them, what they're broadcasting and what their class is. So of course, you don't have to go to the spin gym to do that, so maybe that's the benefit. But the real thing is, it's not any more intelligent than that. So if the instructor is telling you to go hard and they're screaming at you, it doesn't get harder. You actually have to reach down, turn that knob, and make it harder yourself. If you want to make it easier, you have to turn it to the left. The same thing, if you were racing a group, well, you can't really race a group because it doesn't know how fast you're going. It's not telling any information back to that group, to that instructor on how hard you're going. Okay, so it's not an interactive experience. Now, on the other hand, if we switch over to a real bike and what we call a smart trainer, this has been taking place for 5 years in the bike industry, and right now it is mainstream. Let me tell you, it is mainstream. So there's some great apps, and I'm going to show you one in a minute. One's called Zwift, but the way this works is the app itself you can have running on your widescreen TV, through Apple TV, it could be on your phone, it could be on a tablet, okay? And that app communicates to the smart trainer by Bluetooth. There's not any wires, there's nothing. It's easy to set up, okay? Then you put your bike on the trainer, like a real bike, the bike you normally ride, for example, and it connects to the app. And so when you're climbing up a hill, it gets harder. You have to shift down. When you're going downhill, it gets easier. If you're racing people interactively, you can see yourself either passing them or them passing you. It's a very realistic, interesting experience. So let me show you that real quickly. So this I actually shot a screenshot and a little commercial we were making in our Sunrise store where we had one of the mechanics who's a racer on the bike. And so this is a Zwift app, and what's happening here, there's like 5,000 people right now on this course, and the guy behind him just passed him, and then he can go and challenge back and get back. There's actually races, there's all kinds of things right now with Zwift, and some awesome courses and destinations that they train on. So this is a fantastic experience. It's showing you what the wattage is, it's showing you what the speed is, how much it climbed. You can save this file and upload it to popular like training apps like Training Peaks or Strava. So super popular right now, and there's thousands and thousands of people doing this all the time on every course that they have. Now let me do like a quick feature cost comparison, right? So, and I rounded this off to up to the nearest dollar, but the Peloton bike costs $2,200. The subscription is $480 per year. The delivery and setup's $250, and the total is $2,930. Okay, let's compare that to a real bike. And for the example, I'm using a really nice bike, an Amonda ALR 5-disc road bike, and a Cycleops Smart Trainer, the M2. So the bike costs $2,000. A Zwift subscription costs $180. We have something called a white glove delivery, setup, and install and training for $130. And then the Smart Trainer from Cycleops, the M2, costs $600. The total is $2,910 versus $2,930. Okay, almost the same price. But you get a bike that you can ride outside as well. And, that makes a big difference. And it's a nice bike. So the example we're using is a Trek Amanda LR5 disc. It's $2,000. It has an ultralight alpha aluminum frame, carbon fiber forks, Shimano 105 drivetrain, disc brakes, which are super popular right now. It comes in a bunch of different sizes in women's WSD and men's versions, all right? And also free and included in this is a professional bike fitting where we would set up pick the right size bike, of course, and set it up professionally for you. And that's included at no extra charge. Okay, so let's do a really quick feature comparison. So we have the Peloton here, we have a Trek and a Smart Trainer. So first, can you do indoor fitness training? Well, yes, you can do that on both of the systems, right? Can you do interactive resistance? Meaning when the instructor says to go harder, does it change it automatically and make it harder? And the answer is no on the Peloton, and I think that's a big thing. And it's yes on the Trek and the Smart Trainer. Can you do indoor racing, like compare your performance to others? And the answer is no, you can't do that on the Peloton, but yes, you can do it on a Trek and a Smart Trainer. Can you have indoor live instructors? The answer is yes to both. Can the bike be used for transportation? If you want to get up in the morning and get your Starbucks, can you do that on your Peloton? No. You better have someone bringing that to you. But of course, on your Trek, you could do that. Now, let's just say, you're getting fit, you want to try that sprint triathlon, but you invested all your money in the Peloton. You can't use the Peloton in that sprint triathlon, but you could certainly take your Trek Amanda and try out the triathlon and, get into outdoor racing. So big difference there. I mean, you have the advantage of riding the bike outside, and you can use it for fitness training, which you can't do on the Peloton. Aren't there multiple apps? Yes, there's multiple apps for smart trainers, but the Peloton is really locked into their own system, so there are not multiple apps. And I think this is a big thing. I'm a bike fitter. This is important to me. Is the bike fitting the same as your outdoor bike? The answer is you might be able to get it close on the Peloton, but it's not the same handlebars. It's not necessarily the same crank size. It's not the same saddle. There's a lot of differences, right? So you're way better off getting a professional setup on a road bike and using that indoors and outdoors than to have two separate different bikes with different handlebars and different setup. So if we take the feature score here, it's only 2 for the Peloton, and it's 9 for the Trek and the Smart Trainer. And we have an added incentive, and this is a $180 value right now. If you buy a Trek Amanda ALR5 disc and a Cyclops H2 trainer, we will throw in a free year subscription to Zwift. That's a $180 value. Of course, you can upgrade the bike or the trainer if you want as well. So the message here I want to leave you with is if you're going to make your investment for $3,000, I think you're way better off making an investment where you can ride the bike outdoors and indoors. And if you want more information or you want to order this bike, all you have to do is email gpelican@trekbikesflorida. That's me. I'm running this program. And you could also go to trekbikesflorida.com and go to the link that Get Smart Drop the Peloton. Thanks a lot. I hope to see you on the road. All the best.